Tunde Adekunle was a young man in his late 20s, full of potential but lacking focus. His colleagues at work often grumbled about him, calling him lazy and unserious. It was no secret that Tunde had no drive. His work ethic was poor and he spent more time on his phone than on his task. One day, his boss, Mr. Okoro, summoned him to the office. "Tunde, I have warned you several times," Mr. Okoro said sternly. "If you don't shape up, you'll be out of this company." "I'm sorry, sir. It won't happen again," Tunde said, feigning remorse. But as usual, his promise meant nothing. He said the right words, but deep down, he didn't believe in them. Hello and welcome to Tabitha Pen Media. Happy New Year! To all my returning subscribers, thank you for your constant support. You're the heart of this channel. And if you're new here, you're in the right place for inspiring stories, uplifting content, and lifestyle tips to enrich your life. Don't forget to subscribe and join the Tabitha Pen family. Let's inspire and grow together. Outside work, Tunde's life was a mess. He was a heavy drinker, a smoker, and a relentless womanizer. Every weekend, he went clubbing, spending money he didn't have on alcohol, cigarettes, and women. His actions drove a wedge between him and his family. One evening, while scrolling through his phone, Tunde received a call from his mother, Mama Tunde. Her voice, always soft yet firm, carried a tone of concern. "Tunde, when will you visit us? It's been so long since we have seen you." Tunde sighed, his gaze drifting out of the window. "Mama, I'm busy with work." He lied, his words lacking conviction. "Busy? Busy with what? You don't even call us anymore. And you have forgotten about God," she said, her voice a mixture of disappointment and worry. "I'm sorry, Mama. I'll try to call later," Tunde said, but as soon as he ended the call, he immediately forgot about it. His life outside work was all that mattered, and he felt no urgency to reconnect with his family or his faith. One Friday night, Tunde and his friends, Kunle and Deji, headed to their favorite club. It was the usual routine. The music was loud, the drinks flowed freely, and Tunde felt invincible. "Guys, tonight is going to be lit," Tunde said, raising his glass, his eyes already scanning the crowd for someone new to meet. Kunle, a responsible friend who often worried about Tunde, watched him closely. "Tunde, you have been going hard every weekend. Maybe you should slow down." Tunde waved him off. "Don't be such a buzzkill, Kunle. This is the life. You should try it sometimes." But Kunle wasn't convinced. "I'm not saying don't have fun, but you're wasting your potential. You don't need to numb yourself with alcohol every weekend." Tunde rolled his eyes. "I'm good, man. You worry too much." As the night wore on, Tunde's attention shifted to a beautiful lady who had just entered the club. She was tall, elegant, with a smile that seemed to captivate everyone around her. Tunde, always on the lookout for his next conquest, approached her. "Hello, handsome," she said, her voice soft yet seductive. Tunde grinned, instantly drawn in. "Hey, beautiful, what's your name?" "Call me Anita," she said, her eyes glinting mischievously. Tunde quickly ordered drinks for both of them, and soon they were deep in conversation, a charm almost magnetic. As the night progressed, Tunde began to feel unusually lightheaded. Something was off, but he couldn't put his finger on it. "Are you okay?" Anita asked sweetly, her voice laced with concern. But there was something in her eyes, something that Tunde failed to notice in his drunken state. "Yeah, I'm fine," Tunde slurred, trying to steady himself. When he woke up the next morning, he found himself in his apartment, his head pounding and his body heavy. Panic surged through him as he reached for his wallet and phone. Both were gone. He checked his bank account on his laptop, only to find it emptied. "What?" he shouted, slamming his laptop shut in disbelief. For the first time in years, Tunde felt a deep, crushing sense of loss. He had been robbed, and the realization hit him harder than any hangover. He was broke, alone, and ashamed. With no money to sustain his habits, Tunde sank into a deeper depression. He could no longer afford to go out, buy a cigarette, or even pay his rent. One evening, his landlord, Mr. Bassi, knocked on his door. "Tunde, your rent is overdue." Mr. Bassi backed. "If you don't pay by next week, I will evict you." "I'm working on it, sir," Tunde replied weakly, his voice devoid of any confidence. At work, his performance continued to deteriorate. Mr. Okoro called him into his office once again. "Tunde, this is your last chance," Mr. Okoro said, his tone final. "One more mistake and you are out. I can't keep covering for you." Tunde stood there, feeling like a failure. The weight of the situation pressed down on him. The once promising future he had seemed to slip farther out of reach with each passing day. As Tunde struggled, Kunle continued to reach out, always offering a steady hand of support. He had been watching his friends' downward spiral for months, and he knew something had to change. One evening, after Tunde's latest failed attempt to fix things, Kunle sat him down at a quiet cafe, hoping to have an honest conversation. "Tunde, you've got to stop living like this," Kunle said, his voice serious. "I've been watching you throw your life away, and it's breaking my heart. You have so much potential, but you can't keep living in the clubs, drinking away your future." Tunde shifted uncomfortably, taking a long sip from his drink. "You don't get it, Kunle. This is how I deal with things. I've been working so hard, and this is the only way to relax, the only way to escape." Kunle looked him in the eye. "I get it, Tunde, but there's more to life than escaping. Look at where you are. You are losing everything. Your job, your family, your health. What is it all for? Is this the life you want?" Tunde didn't answer right away. Kunle's words weighed on him, but he wasn't ready to admit it yet. "You know what you need to do, right? Change. Make 2025 the year you take control of your life. No more excuses. You can still fix this, but only if you decide to," Kunle added, his voice filled with a quiet urgency. Tunde didn't reply, but Kunle could see the flicker of doubt in his eyes. Deep down, Tunde knew Kunle was right. He just didn't know where to start. On the last Sunday of 2024, Mama Tunde convinced him to attend church with her. "Tunde, please come with me this once," she pleaded, her voice gentle but firm. Tunde, sulking, almost refused. "Mama, I'm not in the mood." "God can help you," she insisted, placing a hand on his arm. "Please, just come." Reluctantly, Tunde agreed. As she sat through the service, the pastor spoke about new beginnings. "Some of you are stuck because of your lifestyle," the pastor said. "You chase after the wrong things and wonder why there is no progress. Turn to God, work hard, and He will bless you." For the first time in a long while, Tunde felt something stir within him. The pastor's words cut through the fog of his self-destructive behavior. He felt the weight of his mistakes, but he also felt hope. After the service, he turned to his mother, his voice trembling. "Mama, I want to change. I'm tired of this life." Tears welled up in his mother's eyes as she hugged him tightly. "I knew you could do it, my son. God is with you." On New Year's Day, Tunde made a decision. He deleted the contacts of his clubbing friends, including DJ and the others who had dragged him into his old lifestyle. He stopped smoking, drinking excessively, and chasing women. Instead, he began spending time with colleagues who motivated him to focus on his job and personal growth. One Monday morning, his boss called him into the office. "Tunde, you have been doing well these past few weeks," Mr. Okoro said, a rare smile on his face. "Keep it up." Tunde smiled, a feeling of pride swelling in his chest. It was the first time in ages that someone had acknowledged his efforts. He also reconnected with his parents. One evening, he called his mother. "Mama, how are you and Papa?" he asked, his voice genuine. "Tunde, is this really you?" she asked, surprised. "Yes, Mama, I'm coming to visit this weekend," he said, a warmth in his heart. When Tunde visited his parents that weekend, they couldn't believe the change in him. His father, Babatunde, looked at him with pride. "This is the Tunde we raised. I'm proud of you, my son." As Tunde grew closer to God, his life transformed. He read his Bible daily, attended church regularly, and joined a small prayer group with Kunle's encouragement. By mid-2025, his hard work paid off. His boss called him into the office again. "Tunde, we have noticed your dedication," Mr. Okoro said. "I'm promoting you to team leader." "Thank you, sir. I won't disappoint you," Tunde replied, his heart swelling with pride. His colleagues, who once doubted him, began looking up to him. "Bro, how did you turn your life around?" Kunle asked one day, his voice filled with admiration. "God, discipline, and leaving bad habits behind," Tunde replied. "It's never too late to change." Kunle smiled, proud of the transformation. "I knew you had it in you. I am happy for you, Tunde." By the end of 2025, Tunde's life was completely different. He had a better job, a stronger relationship with his parents, and a deep connection with God. He no longer felt empty or lost. For Tunde, the new year wasn't just about resolutions, it was about transformation. His story became an inspiration to others, proving that no matter how far one has strayed, it is never too late to start afresh. Thank you for spending your time with Tabitha Pen Media. I hope you found inspiration, motivation, and value into this content. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Stay connected, stay inspired, and always strive for the best version of yourself. See you in my next video. And once again, Happy New Year. God bless you.